Porsche. Just saying the name gets my motor running. It's more than a car, it's a statement. It's about passion, performance, and style. But where did it all begin? How did this little German sports car become a global phenomenon? Let's take a ride back in time to the very beginning, to the birth of the first Porsche. You see this beauty? This is the car that started it all, the Porsche 356. This little guy was like the first drop of rain in the desert. It was the spark that ignited a firestorm in the automotive world. Now, before we get into the nitty-gritty, let's be clear about something. This isn't your typical car review, folks. This is about history, about legacy. It's about understanding what makes a Porsche. So buckle up, because we're going on a journey back to the roots of an icon. Every great car has a great mind behind it, and in the case of Porsche, that mind belonged to Ferdinand Porsche. Now, this guy wasn't just any engineer, he was a visionary, a true car whisperer. Born in Austria, Ferdinand was obsessed with cars from a young age. He ate, slept, and breathed automobiles. And boy, did it show in his work. He was the brains behind some of the most iconic cars of his time. But his real dream, to build his own car company, to create something truly special. So, how did the first Porsche come to be? Well, it all started after World War II. Germany was in shambles and the automotive industry was on its knees, but amidst the chaos, Ferdinand Porsche saw an opportunity. He had this small workshop in Gmünd, Austria, where he gathered a small but dedicated team. Together, they toiled day and night, pouring their hearts and souls into creating something extraordinary. They didn't have fancy computers or robots. They had their hands, their ingenuity, and a burning desire to build something special. They worked with whatever materials they could scrounge, like leftover war machinery. It was a true testament to their dedication and resourcefulness. Now, let's talk about the car itself, the Porsche 356. This wasn't just another car rolling off the assembly line. Oh no, this was something different. It had this sleek, aerodynamic design with those iconic curves that just screamed speed. The rounded hood, the sloping roofline, the teardrop shape. It was like a work of art on wheels. And then there was the engine. It was a small, air-cooled four-cylinder engine mounted in the rear. Not the most powerful engine, mind you, but it was peppy, responsive. And it gave the car a unique driving dynamic. Section 5. The people's car, not a Porsche. Now here's a fun fact. Did you know that the first Porsche wasn't even called a Porsche? Yep, you heard that right. See, Ferdinand's company was initially hired to design the Volkswagen Beetle. You know, the cute little car that looks like a bug. The 356 shared a lot of its design and mechanics with the Beetle. It was like its sportier, more sophisticated cousin. It wasn't until later that the Porsche name was officially attached to the 356. Section 6, a diamond in the rough. The first Porsche 356 rolled off the assembly line in 1948. It was a bare-bones roadster with a fabric roof and minimal amenities, but boy, could it move. It instantly turned heads with its sporty handling and unique design. People were drawn to its charm, its simplicity, and its raw driving experience. It was a hit among racing enthusiasts and car lovers alike. Section 7, from Beetle to Beast. Now I know what you're thinking, this all sounds great, but how did we go from the cute little Beetle to the powerful, roaring beast that Porsche is known for today? Well, the 356 was just the beginning. It laid the foundation for everything that Porsche would become. Over the years, Porsche continued to refine and improve the 356. They made it faster, more powerful, and more luxurious. They introduced different body styles, like the Coupe and the Cabriolet. And then, in 1963, they unveiled the successor to the 356, the Porsche 911, and the rest, as they say, is history. Section 8, a legacy forged in steel. The first Porsche, the 356, wasn't just a car, it was a symbol of hope, of resilience, of German engineering at its finest. It proved that even in the darkest of times, passion and innovation can prevail. It showed the world that small independent car makers could compete with the big boys. And most importantly, It set in motion a legacy that would continue to captivate and inspire generations to come. Section 9, the Porsche legend lives on. Today, Porsche is synonymous with performance, luxury and prestige. Their cars are coveted by enthusiasts and collectors worldwide. But it all started with that humble little roadster, the 356, the first Porsche, a car that dared to be different, a car that embodied the spirit of its creator, a car that paved the way for a legend. So the next time you see a Porsche roaring down the street, remember the 356, remember where it all began, and remember the man who dared to dream of a better car, a better future, a better world. That, my friends, is the magic of Porsche.